warm welcome to the State of Business with me, Nishani Pigera. Let's first take a look at tonight's headlines. Minister Hakim says revised water tariff may be implemented in January next year. And plans to set up national payment platform through ICTA criticised in Parliament. The 11th ad hoc group senior officials meeting of the Bali process on people smuggling, trafficking in persons and related transnational crimes was inaugurated in Colombo today. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was the chief guest at the occasion.
Now there is a question of those who have to return to Sri Lanka, who have been given residency on a temporary basis. So while Europe and USA has to sort those issues out of migration in general, and it's not going to be an easy one. Pressure is going to build up, and that pressure will come on to our part of the world. But for us, how do we take people back? So we thought the best is to fulfill all our obligations under the UN Human Rights Resolution of 2009, May, of which Sri Lanka was a party. So the Honourable Minister and his colleague, our colleague, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, have undertaken the task and successfully. How to ensure that the legal system functions and the human rights are upheld. Secondly, the President, Maithripala Sirisena, himself has taken the lead in national reconciliation, that we should now look at how all of us are first accept our cultural, our religious identity in the identity of Sri Lanka. Even in the worst of times, we all cheered the Sri Lankan cricket team. So I thought that was a good beginning.
Minister Rauf Hakim says usually the tariff on water supply is revised every 3 years. He said the proposed water tariff hike came up in line with that policy. However, yesterday, Cabinet decided to suspend the proposed 30% tariff hike and appointed a 3-member committee to review the decision. The minister said they are hopeful of an implementation of a revised tariff structure by January next year.
No, in fact, I had informed him, because we will do nothing without informing him, but he said the exact rates. He says now everybody has got confused with this 30% increase. But what I am trying to explain is this 30% and slab-wise will be increasing more in order to prevent overusage of water or wastage of water. Now, wastage is happening everywhere. During the drought season, you would have realized. Many parts of the country there was difficulty in supplying water. So when we have, we witness this everywhere. So there is a lot of, in kidney disease areas, we are now trying to expand. In fact, Polonnaruwa and Anuradhapura districts by 2019, our program is to cover those 2 districts which have the highest number of kidney patients. With almost 90% of the territory of the North Central province will be covered with pure water. This is President is chairing a special task force where we are going to spend almost 150 billion rupees on water supply schemes to these 2 districts alone. So we are attempting to invest a lot of money, but in the meantime we also need to cover our overheads.
Plans are underway to sign an extradition treaty between Sri Lanka and the Republic of Belarus, Cabinet spokesperson Minister Gayantha Karunatilaka said. It will develop cooperation between the 2 countries in prevention and control of crimes and for facilitating the extradition process. The minister said that the proposal was ratified by the Cabinet during its weekly meeting yesterday. Meanwhile, in other Cabinet decisions, the Ministry of Health is proposing to set up public-private joint ventures for the expansion of domestic production of medicines. At present, Sri Lanka imports a large number of medicine varieties, spending a huge amount of foreign exchange. Accordingly, the investors are encouraged to begin joint ventures with the State Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Corporation to produce quality medicines at a lower cost, as recommended by the committee of officials appointed to consider this matter. Time for us to slip in for a short break. Do stay with us for more news on the other side. Welcome back. You're watching The State of Business. The second reading debate of the 2017 budget was held in Parliament today. Today is the 4th day of the 6 allotted days for the debate.
The budget outlines plenty of emphasis on export growth, employment, creation, infrastructure development, commercialization and modernization of agriculture, heavy investment on housing, roads, health, education, water projects, provincial development and other important fields, with the understanding that the economy needs a transformation and an export-led growth to provide 1 million jobs. Of foreign investment-led development strategy is being put into place by the budget proposals. With investment being the key, there are two encouraging indicators proposed by the budget. Firstly, making the country attractive and feasible for foreign investors with a conducive policy environment. And secondly, by a practical implementation of policies willing to change the landscape for the landmark investments.
මේ 2017 අයවැයලකෙන් සකස් කරද්දී මම දැක්ක කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලයේ ඉන්න සමාජිකයෙක් හැටියට අපි කවුරුත් හරියාකාරමයකට සම්බන්ධ වුණා. සාකච්ඡා කරා. නායකයෝ සහභාගී වුණා. නැවත නැවත අදහස් දැක්වුවා. සමහර දේවල් වෙනස් කරා. සමහර දේවල් එකතු කරා. එහෙම එකතු කරලා මේ හැමදාම වෙනස දැක්ක ප්‍රධාන පක්ෂ දෙකක හැම දෙනෙක්ගේම වඩාත් අදහස් එකමුතු කරලා අර කියන අසීමිත අවශ්‍යතා සඳහා සීමිත සම්පත් ප්‍රමාණයක් බෙදා හැරීම කියන අභියෝගය මේ අයවැය ලේඛනය තුළ අපිට සතුටු විය හැකි ආකාරයට ජය අරන් තියෙනවා කියන ප්‍රකාශය අවුරුදු 6ක් මේ සභාව නියෝජ්‍ය මුදල් අමාත්‍යවරයෙක් හැටියට නියෝජනය කරපු මට ප්‍රකාශ කරන්න පුළුවන් සතුටින්
බැඳුම් කර ගනුදෙනු හරහා මහ බැංකුවේ විශ්වාසනීයත්වය බින්දා. මහ බැංකුව කියලා කියන්නේ මේ රටේ මූලික ක්ෂේත්‍රයේ හදවත. ඒ විශ්වාස තමුන්වන්සලා නැති කළා. නැති කිරීමෙන් නොනවති දැන් මොකද කරන්න හදන්නේ? මේ මොකක්ද තියෙන්නේ? දැන් තමුන්වන්සලාගේ යෝජනාවක් තියෙනවා. තොරතුරු තාක්ෂණ sannivedana ඒජන්සිය මගින් ජාතික ගෙවීම් වේදිකාවක් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනු ඇත. මේන් හදන්න වෙන මොකටවත් නෙමෙයි. අපේ ආරංචි විදිහට ඔය යෝජනා කරන තොරතුරු sannivedana තාක්ෂණ ඒජන්සිය හරහා ඔය සුප්‍රීම සෙට් එකේ ලොක්කෙක් සම්බන්ධ කරගෙන ඔහුට මේ ගෙවීම් ක්‍රියාවලියේ අයිතිය ඒකාධිකාරයක් ලබා දීම සඳහා වෙන මගක් තමයි මේ සකස් කරන්නේ. වරක් බැඳුම් කරේ හරහා මහ බැංකුවේ විශ්වාසය බින්ද වගේ නැවත වතාවක් මේ හදන්නේ මහ බැංකුව සම්පූර්ණයෙන් ඒ විශ්වාසය බිඳවට්ටලා ඒ දත්ත පද්ධතියේ විශ්වාසය බිඳවට්ටලා ඒකාධිකාර නිර්මාණය කරලා මේ මහ බැංකුවේ අයිතිය කොල්ල ගන්න සූදානම් වෙන්නේ.
දැන් මහ බැංකුව පාර්ලිමේන්තුව විසින් පැවරු බලය මුදල් මණ්ඩලයේ අනුමැතියකින් තොරව එතනයි විශේෂ වැදගත්කම. පෞද්ගලික ගජ හිතවතුන්ට දෙන්න යනවා. මේක මම හිතන්නේ මහ බැංකුවේ මම ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා අන්සාර් ගත කරන්නයි කියලා මුදල් අමාත්‍යාංශයේ කැබිනට් පත්‍රිකාව මේ පිළිබඳව ඊළඟට මහ බැංකුව අධිපතිවරයා ඉන්ද්‍රජිත් කුමාරස්වාමී මහත්තයා ඒකට විරුද්ධව මේක කරන්න එපයි කියලා ලියපු ලියුම ඒක මම සංසද්ගත කරන්න කියලා කියනවා ඔබතුමාට.
In more news tonight, Fitch Ratings says Sri Lanka revenue reform is a step towards stronger finances. It said Sri Lanka's budget for 2017 is broadly in line with the targets set out under its IMF program and contains a number of positive measures to boost the very weak revenue base. However, Fitch Ratings believes that the impact of the revenue reforms will depend on implementation, and some of the budget assumptions look optimistic, posing risks to the projections. The rating agency said that the fiscal consolidation will be helped by tax reforms that should go some way to the bolstering of the weak revenue base, which is a key reason for the sovereign's weak fiscal finances. The government projects that revenue will increase by close to 27% in 2017, pushing the revenue to GDP ratio up to nearly 15% of GDP from an estimated 12.9% in 2016. Fitch views the new measures as a positive step, but there is also a risk of a shortfall. After this short break is a Stock Watch. Do stay with us. Welcome back to the show. Trading at the Colombo Stock Exchange ended in red today. The analyst said that subdued trading patterns and wait-and-see approach of investors dragged the indices down. The all-share price index shed 57.13 points to close the day at 6,349, while the S&P SL20 index decreased by 51.87 points to end trading at 3,532. Turnover was 514 million rupees and 39.2 million shares were traded. Now let's take a look at the day's forex rates. And that winds up the show for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant evening.